Hi, my name is Jeremy Bergalia. I'm doing my speech on RFID chips. My general purpose is to inform you about the RFID chip. My specific purpose is to tell you its functions and the pros and cons of the RFID chip. My thesis is to tell you how RFID chips can be used in a variety of ways, both good and bad. What is an RFID chip? According to dictionary.com, RFID chip, also known as radio frequency device or identification, is a technology that uses teeny computer chips to track items such as consumer commodities at a distance. Radio frequency identification is a technology that uses electronic tags placed on objects, people, and animals to relay identifying information to electronic readers by means of radio waves. RFID chips can be used in a variety of ways. It can be used as tracking device, debit cards or credit cards, and even medical records. The pros of using it as a tracking device. Right now, you only could track somebody if you're fairly close to a person that has an RFID chip in their skin. Eventually, if tracking devices are using RFID chips, it can be embedded into animals to find your lost pet or lost or kidnapped child. The pros for using it as a debit card or a credit card. You can swipe your arm or hand quickly over a scanner and pay for your bills, groceries, and other commodities. Eventually, it will do away with driver license, credit cards, and debit cards. The pros for medical information. This gives doctors a better insight on your allergic reactions to certain medicine. If you find yourself in a car wreck and you're unconscious, you go to the hospital and the doctor cannot talk to you. He takes a scanner and scans it across your arm or across your hand, and he knows your medical information instantly. Now I will share with you some supporting videos from NBC, CNN, and Fox News, from older videos to the newer ones.
Less expensive and less secure. The chips themselves don't contain any personal information, but they do contain a key to information. Unencrypted information that Jonathan Westhuse, a software developer in Canada, says he found relatively easy to copy, meaning he could become Sean Darks in the eyes of a machine.
The year is 2017. You're rushed to a hospital, unconscious with no ID or medical history, but thanks to a microchip under your skin, it's all there. Science fiction 20 years ago, but a biometric reality today.
What about invasion of privacy, though? You said this isn't a GPS, but that we're going in that direction with these little microchips.
Right. Well, you have to balance the benefits with the other issues. I mean, obviously, this is going to make paying easier. You know, when you have a credit card, you have those sort of near-field chips on them. You brush it across and you've paid. So imagine no card, you just pay with your hands. Imagine that you're lost and someone can find you, or you can't speak and you're in the hospital and the doctor waves a reader over your palm or your arm and knows your entire medical history. So if you really need it, but obviously the flip side is that now someone could brush something over you and know your entire medical history, which may not be something you want.
Yeah, there's a real creepy factor.
Scott Silverman is the chairman and CEO of Applied Digital Solutions, the maker of the VeriChip. Scott, good morning to you. Thanks for joining us.
Good morning, Leslie.
Explain to me briefly what the VeriChip is and what it is supposed to do.
VeriChip is a tiny miniaturized RFID, or radio frequency identification microchip. It's 11 millimeters by 1 millimeter. It's about the size of a grain of rice.
Well, we've got one sitting there by a penny to give us a little perspective of the size. Very
Correct.
tiny. You implant it under the skin how?
It gets injected, just like getting a shot of penicillin or any medicine you would get in a doctor's office. It goes in the upper right arm, which is the area that our physicians have chosen for ease of access as well as biocompatibility.
And in a minute we'll talk about how you scan it, but tell me what information is on that, why that would be of great use if I show up in an emergency room.
Yeah, on the chip itself is only a unique identification number. And VeriChip can be used for the medical application as well as the security or a financial application. In the case of a medical application on a database that ties to the chip, you can provide all your medical information such as medical device information, medical records, and personal information. You choose what information goes on there, and you choose the type of affiliate, such as emergency rooms, that could have access to that information.
If tracking devices are used, it will be an invasion of privacy, as seen in Fox News. Also, hackers can find you, and eventually, if they're murderers, they will kill you. The kinds of debit cards and credit cards. If hacked, they can get your information, your money out of your bank account, your address, and other important information. Also, if the microchip is broke, how are you going to get it out of your skin due to scarring? And how would you get your money out of your banking account if everything's turned to digital? Cons on medical information. If doctors see your bank account, which is on the chip, and your medical records, and see that you can't pay for a certain doctor's appointment or visit, they might not even see you. If you have stage 4 cancer and they think that there's no hope left for you, they might not even treat you. In conclusion, I would like to say RFID chips can be used in good and bad ways. You will have to decide which outweighs the other. RFID chips are used for medical records, financial records, and tracking device, and can be used for tracking devices. Will RFID chips be worth the hassle, or are we just a lazier generation depending on technology to work, like a child depending on his parent? I will leave you with a thought. Are we getting closer to the end times with things being implanted into our skin? Are we just paranoid and need to rely on a microchip for our important information?